ever imagine like getting that dreaded feeling that someone on your IT team, you know, someone you actually hired, someone you should be able to trust, is, well, secretly stealing your data.
Yeah.
Funneling money and kind of like building this case piece by piece, you know, for extortion.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of nightmare that we're diving into today. And, and it's really interesting because it reveals this like disturbing trend in cybercrime.
Yeah, and this isn't just some, you know, one-off thing with a single company being compromised.
Right.
This is like a calculated escalation of North Korean cyber tactics.
Right.
We've seen them be content to just quietly earn paychecks.
Right.
But now they're really moving into this like active exploitation territory, and they're going for like, you know, significant financial gain.
Yeah, so we're looking at this incident, and actually the company wants to remain anonymous, but they unknowingly hired a North Korean cybercriminal as an IT worker. But here's the thing, it wasn't just about like, you know, clocking in, clocking out, collecting a salary.
Oh, absolutely not. This individual, I mean, they went all in, completely faked credentials to land this remote IT job.
Wow.
And then they spent, get this, 4 months.
Oh my God.
Just like meticulously building trust, you know, being the good employee.
Right.
All while downloading massive amounts of data. We're talking financial records, customer details, the really juicy stuff, you know?
Yeah.
The kind of stuff that keeps CEOs up at night.
Like trade secrets, all that stuff.
Everything.
So it's almost like a double whammy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They're unknowingly paying the salary of someone who's like actively working against them.
Yes.
And then, I mean, this is where it gets really crazy. He's let go for something completely unrelated, just performance issues.
Right.
And bam, hit with a 6-figure ransom demand.
It's brutal. And here's where it gets even wilder. That salary, that paycheck he was cashing, likely being funneled right back to North Korea, they're using Western companies to basically sidestep international sanctions.
That's actually kind of, I mean, it's a terrible thing, but
absolutely.
When you think about the economic realities of North Korea, it's a clever tactic.
Right.
It's a way to generate revenue under the radar. And I mean, I guess this case just highlights how far they're willing to go. But here's the thing, and this is what's scary. This isn't an isolated incident.
Not at all. In fact, SecureWorks, the cybersecurity firm that's been analyzing this particular case, they've actually been like waving their arms about this since 2022. They've been saying that North Korean IT workers infiltrating Western companies, it's not just like a one-off thing. It's widespread. It's organized.
It's almost like, I don't know, an army of...
It very well could be.
Yeah.
And the scale of this is what's truly alarming. I mean, we're potentially talking thousands, literally thousands of operatives embedded in all kinds of companies, big and small. And it's not just, you know, mom and pop shops. I mean, Mandiant's another major cybersecurity firm. They've uncovered these operatives inside Fortune 100 companies.
Wow. So, I mean, this case, though, it feels like this is a step above.
This is a whole different ballgame.
Because they're not just after a paycheck.
They're done with that.
They're looking for, like you said at the beginning, more money, faster.
It's all about the big score, and they're not afraid to play dirty. They'll straight up extort the company that they're already inside of.
It's so brazen, and it kind of reminds me, there was this expert at SecureWorks, and they said, no longer are they just after a steady paycheck, they're looking for higher sums more quickly through data theft and extortion from inside the company defenses. I don't know why, but that quote always just gets me because
it's chilling.
It really is. It's like, how do you even combat that? And then you start thinking and you realize, like, it's not just this one company.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, remember back in July, KnowBe4, that cybersecurity firm, they found a North Korean IT worker in their ranks, tried to install malware. Slightly different approach, I guess, but part of the same, you know, overall trend here.
It's like, it's like an inside job, but on like, on a much larger, scarier level.
Yeah. And that's what makes this so difficult, right?
Right.
I mean, these aren't like your typical hackers breaking in from the outside. These are people that companies have vetted, they brought in, often with glowing references, squeaky clean backgrounds, or so it seems. It really makes you wonder, how can companies even begin to protect themselves?
Right, because it's not like your normal everyday cybersecurity threat where, you can have your firewalls up and this and that.
Right.
But if the threat is coming from inside and they're already past all those things, it really does, I don't know, it shines a light on the vulnerabilities of remote work. Because you can do all the background checks, you can have all the security protocols in place, but how do you really know? And I think that leads us to a bigger question for everyone listening. I mean, in a world that's becoming increasingly remote, where even the person, down the Zoom call who's fixing your IT problems could be a threat, what more can companies do? What are those additional safeguards that you can implement to prevent infiltration from within, especially when defining within is becoming more and more difficult?
Yeah, it's a whole new world out there.
Yeah.
It really is.